Assalamu alaikum. After having received so many queries and questions on the YouTube channel, I would just like to make a very short video on this question from the past paper, which is on alginate beads. It is from May-June 2010, paper 3-2. And sorry for the delay in the answers. So this paper I have actually solved it myself, and I'm making a very short video. So if you want to note down how I have done the working of the calculations, you can note it down. Over here you can see that I have made some changes to how much of Y and S and C is being used. Now this doesn't mean that you also have to do the same thing in the exams. This was done when I was doing it myself, because I just wanted to make the beads in such a manner that they can be made easily. So I changed some of the volumes myself, but you can just simply follow the instructions, whatever instructions the Cambridge is giving you. So this was just done personally by me to make it quicker, right? But you follow the instructions, and then when you're making the beads, you are supposed to make them in a petri dish using this procedure. Make sure that you make the beads in the beaker labeled C instead of the large syringe. This way you can easily separate the beads with a spatula. These are just small things which can make your practical easy for you. For example, beads are so delicate that you have to transfer them from one container to the other. So if you make the beads in a large beaker, it will be easy for you to separate the beads with a spatula. Otherwise, if you make them in a test tube, they might squash. Okay, and then what you do is that you will need to calculate the mean surface area of the beads, use blunt forceps to pick up the beads. To do this, you have to decide on the number of beads you will measure, using the 2 millimeter into 2 millimeter grid to measure each bead using these formulae, right? So the surface area of beads is 4 pi r square. So you select 5 or more beads, measure first their diameter in millimeters, then add all the surface areas. After finding out the diameter in millimeters, you calculate the surface areas, then you add all the surface areas and divide them by the number of the beads, which is 5 or more, and the answer should not be exceeding to more than 3 significant figures. So you have to show that in your calculation. And after that, a student suggested that it was possible to investigate the independent variable, the surface area, by changing the number of the beads. The maximum number of the beads used was 20. Decide the other numbers of beads to use and state the different number of beads you will use. So this is the different number of beads that we will be using. 20 is the maximum, of course, and then 12 and 10 and 8, right? After following all the instructions which have been given over here, and I think in one of the YouTube comments, one of the students had asked me that are we supposed to continuously mix it? Yes, you will be continuously mixing it, but then you will be recording your observations after each 2 minutes up to 6 minutes. And this is how you are going to make your data table. Your left hand column is the surface area of the beads, which is the independent variable which you are altering. In this case, we are altering this total surface area of the beads by altering the number of the beads that we have taken, right? And then we will be noting the color change at 2 minutes, 4 minutes and 6 minutes respectively. And then we are going to just simply work as far as the theory part of this question is concerned, right? So this is it. I'm just ending my video. I hope this helps. Allah Hafiz.